we've heard players talk a little bit about how you guys have simplified the offense. Can you go into as much detail as you can about what that means?
Just giving them less action and more simple shapes. So one, talking about our pace in the second half, wanting us to just play at a faster pace. And then two, just really focusing in on spots on the floor. And so you see a little bit of everything, right? Spreading it out with some 5 out more, some sets with 4 around 1, but just really trying to give them simple shapes to then allow them to play out of less actions. And now they can just make simpler reads.
Maybe more read and react than less set plays?
Mhm.
And has getting some of your players back been what's been enabled you to be able to do that, or has it been the constant shifting of the lineup that's kind of forced it?
I think a little bit of both, but I like where we're at right now, and I like that our group is buying into it, and just each game, each practice, you can see the comfort and confidence growing within what we're trying to do. So we'll stick with it.
Yeah, it's great. Chris, I am so, or Coach Chris, I am so impressed with your demeanor, how your locker room has really bought into what you're saying. And you can see the improvement every game. You know, sometimes the score might not indicate it, but that Liberty game was a thing of beauty. When you're on the sideline and you're seeing it in real time, what is that? You get a feeling when you're seeing it in real time, like, man, this stuff is really working.
Yeah, those are moments of joy to just kind of step back and appreciate all the work that the players put in, and to see it come together in stretches like that that's why you coach, really. It's those moments, and sometimes they can be few and far between. So you just make sure you appreciate it, and then you build on it, and you say, look, like this is what we can be. So you try to take the good from it and establish a consistency. But credit to our locker room and credit to our leaders, Enrique and Paige. Really, like the two of them are just connected and really building their relationship. And so when your two leaders have the synergy that these two have and are growing together, you'll see just improvements around them on and off the floor.
So picking up on that, I was blown away. We were talking about it earlier, the post-game press conference with Paige and Enrique. And Paige turning and says, "You got to be writing about Enrique."
Mhm.
In all my years, NBA and this, I don't think I've ever seen two superstars interact like they did. What's your thought on that when you heard them say that and talk about each other?
Yeah, it's just, you just step back and you let them do their thing, and you try to stay out of it. They have a really good thing going, and so it's impressive, the selflessness, and you've seen it here in the second half too with Enrique, just coming off that game with 14 assists. But I've just been just so proud of her making just simple plays over and over again, and continuing to trust in everybody else on the floor with her. And so, and within that now, she's found her scoring again. And so I'm just proud of her to continue to stick with it through those ups and the downs early, and understanding that, yes, this is a good stretch. There's going to be some adversity down the road. There's going to be some games where the ball's not going in. But I think, with the momentum and the space that they've created, that the bounce back will be quicker.
With Atlanta coming off of a late game last night, a tough game, 2-point game, uh, I'm hoping that the plan is to play off of their fatigue. And with the starting lineup that you came out with last game, the way they came out and ran, is the plan to start out like that this game and kind of tire them down?
That's the plan. Let's run. We just want to run, play fast and free. Don't need to look at me and call anything. Just get up and down the floor, establish good space, and then make simple plays. So, yeah, we'll see. But also throw out any of the back-to-back stats and all that kind of stuff, right? We're 2-0 on back-to-backs. There's no rhyme or reason for anything in this league sometimes.
A lot of adversity this year. Besides wins and losses, how are you evaluating your performance as a coach?
Yep. Locker room, just the relationships, player to player, coach to coach. And then on the floor, sometimes the ball's going to go in, sometimes the ball's not going to go in. But are we making the right play? Are we getting to the right spots on the floor? And are we, playing the brand of basketball that ultimately we want to be playing? And I think there's a shift, and we've just been playing better basketball and more selfless basketball and making simple, selfless plays over and over and over again.
Talked about Paige and Enrique a little bit earlier. You've obviously been around some high level talents, both the pro and the collegiate game. How unusual is it to have a star veteran like Enrique be willing to kind of adapt her role, and then to also, on the flip side of that, have Paige Beckers who could take up so much space in so many ways, but elects more often to use her platform to raise up her teammates?
Yeah, it's just, again, it's incredible. I'm grateful and lucky to be a part of it and witness it. But they'll tell you there's space for everybody. There truly is. And so, when they uplift each other, and they have so much respect for one another, and so that's genuine. Like that, they're not just up here lip service. That's genuine. And so you couldn't ask for anything more as a coach.
You obviously locker room and community are so important to you. What do you think it has helped lay the foundation for that to be so natural?
I credit to them. Like we talk about it, but ultimately it's the actions that they have put forward in really buying into, no, this is what we need right now. Like let's invest in each other off the floor. Let's talk to each other more about, basketball and life, and gain perspective, and those conversations, I think, have led them to have an even better and more special bond. And now we're seeing the benefits on the floor.
Brad, get points, you can get she can get the rebounds. Talk a little bit about what she brings to the team.
Did I hear the PA announcer say Louisa for Teresa, or am I making that up?
Lisa for Teresa.
Yeah, fun times. Yeah, just it's great when you have a big that can pull opponent bigs away from the rim. So for Louisa to be able to give us an inside presence on both sides of the ball, but then offensively to be able to stretch the floor and bring those bigs away from the rim is just another layer that creates space. You saw it last night at times. It looked like the parting of the seas when our guards got down the paint and to the rim. And so, not everyone loves to go stand on the perimeter in space, but it's a balance, right? Finding the balance of spacing and cutting. But I'm proud that everyone is buying into their roles, and Louisa is inside out and just a great teammate, and just proud of everything she's given to this team too.
Jaleel on the Zoom.
Coach, your team has the toughest remaining strength of schedule in the WNBA. Is that something that you talk about as a staff, as a team? And how do you kind of, navigate thinking about those kinds of things? Or do you just kind of take every game as they come?
Yep, one game at a time, one practice at a time, one possession at a time. Just again, trying to really focus small on things that we can control.
Coach, thank you.
Okay, thank you guys.